what's brilliant is that with everything that you explained, you mentioned that you wanted to learn this, you wanted to learn that. And what keeps it going? Like that, the feeling and the motivation to just keep learning and keep exploring. Like, because at some point people feel that, okay, we're done learning. Now we just want to, like, our take percentage is reducing. Now we just want to give and like earn. So what keeps you motivated to just like keep learning and as many things as possible, like different domains, and what's the end goal?
I'll give you a very um, how do I put it? I don't know the exact word of it, but maybe a selfish or maybe a very industrial answer. You should always have a growth mindset. Like we talk about it a lot. So mindset is all about you want to learn something about something, right?
Right.
Because if you stop learning, you are getting stagnant, right? And the things around you are changing in such a dramatic way that you will be failing to keep up, right? Maybe you don't need to learn a lot of things, but just learn maybe 2 or 3 things very well. And 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 you should be able to, like, you want to make a living out of what you do at the end of the day. Like, I'm just
Correct.
guessing that's the kind of privilege we are talking about, so that we want to make some money, we want to be satisfied with what we are doing, etc., right? So gauging the industry is obviously a bit hard, but you have to be there enough to gauge it, and that's when you keep learning new things. And also this learning thing will come from yourself. Like, you worked on something, you liked it so much that you want to know more about. Okay, you learned about X, now you want to learn about X plus Y, right? Because if you learn X plus Y, you will be able to achieve what you wanted to achieve for, like, suppose, say, for the past 2 years. So that's the kind of thing, right? And then it's all basically boils down to where I want to see myself, maybe, suppose, say, in the next 5 years. For to be there in the next 5 years, these are the steps which I need to take, right? It can be about learning different skill sets. And it's not and when I say like skill sets, I really want to clear about, it's not just about learning tools, right? It's not just about learning Sketch or learning Figma or learning After Effects or anything like that. Obviously, I mean, it will be that, but it's also about, like, when you actually grow more in your career, you will understand how much your communication skills matter, how much your storytelling skills matter, how much your people skills matter. And one thing which my manager, like ex-manager, used to say a lot is that, uh, you have to have persuasive skills. Like, what I mean by that build the relationship with people, your product will be built like that anyway. So yeah, so having those kind of things really work. So what keeps me going is basically that I want to learn something about something, because that's like, with 5-6 years of experiences, I just learned that, hey, this is really fascinating because I worked on something, right? And that's how your experiences keeps on growing. So that's when you realize that, yeah, I love doing this, maybe I can try this thing. Or maybe, sometimes I have done things which I didn't really like at the first go, but I wanted to do it because a lot of people are doing, and I'm like, hey, maybe, it's kind of like a FOMO, that kind of thing. But I tried it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not liking it. So it's basically like creating, with over time you will be creating a personal brand for yourself. This is what Ivy Mukherjee is. This is what Ivy Mukherjee does. This is what Ivy Mukherjee is really good at. Like, so over the years you'll be building it. And yeah, and it can be a lot of different things, right? But people will be knowing you for 2-3 things. Like, you can write, or you can speak really well, you can sell your ideas well, you can do very good motion design, uh, interaction design, all of that. You were a key person for that. So yeah, all of this will actually take time. Some people want to be a product specialist from the very beginning. So yeah, I think like just keep doing different things and you will find a knack, and then you will just keep on learning because you love doing that. As simple as that.
It's a lot about compounding as well. Like the more you compound and the more you also do things that you don't like, once you do the things you
Hmm.
don't like, you know what you do want to do. And so you tend
Yeah, yeah.
to get more clarity based on how much you're exploring as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it comes back to the another point is that, being bit uncomfortable while you are doing things. If you're
Right.
too comfortable while when you are working on new things, you are maybe not learning too much, to be honest. You have to, like, there's this very small difference between having a challenging role or challenging project, like where you stretch yourself a bit, like a bit, but obviously you are not burning yourself down, etc., all of that. But where you'll be learning something every day while you are doing it. So while you do it, you will just understand that, oh yeah, I didn't know this yesterday, but I now know this thing. Yeah. So that's how you learn new things while doing it, obviously. And So from A to B to C, so you will just connect the dots somewhere, and where also you will, by growing your network, you will see what other people are also doing, what other people are also reading. So yeah, it's basically like, open your eyes more, talk to more people, just see that which kind of people, or which kind of designer, whatever, like, you want to be. So yeah, it's a lot about different trying different things in the beginning. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Totally aligned.